Hey, beautiful souls. Welcome to your June monthly reading. And wow, what a great month we're going to have here, because we are entering the summer solstice in the northern hemisphere and the winter solstice in the southern hemisphere. So we're going to be playing a little game of hot and cold, if you ever did that as a child, where you are, hide something, and as you get closer to it, you're hotter, warmer, and then also, cold, you're getting cold as you get further away from it. So we're going to be asking Spirit a couple of things, like, what are you fiery, red hot on target with? What does Spirit want you to know that you are at your higher vibration? And then what are you icy blue cold about? What is unseen? Maybe what are you having some lower love vibration that you have an opportunity, if you want to raise that for a higher experience? There's no right, there's no wrong, there's just experience here. So it's not meant as going, pointing fingers. It's strictly what we're asking Spirit. What is unseen that could help me have a higher experience if I choose to accept that mission? Also, Mercury is fully direct now, so it's a great time to launch new things. Whereas before we were like revisiting things, revising things, maybe even planning things, but now is the time to launch. So excited for this as well. Of course, I have readings for each individual zodiac sign. If you want to check out like different areas of your life too, I'm going to pop up a little screen here. And this chart shows each of the planets and what part of our life they rule over. So if you know the zodiac sign for each of your planets in your birth chart, you can, look at and watch the video for that particular sign. If you don't know your sign, you can always get a birth chart for free online. There's a lot that are offered out there. I personally use astro.com. I'm not affiliated with them at all, but just a great group of people that offer it for free. So you can check that out as well. It's like looking out of a house, right? There's all these different windows, and you have the front yard view, the backyard view, the side views, the second story, third story views. And that's what all of these different planets give us, different aspects, different viewpoints, so we can get a clearer picture of our lives. So if you want to check those out, you can do that, but I'm going to jump in to your reading for this sun sign and any other planets right now. All right, Cancer signs, this is your reading for the month of June, and I'm going to do a different type of setup this month, so let me know what you think of this in the comments below. But we're going to be looking, of course, at the hot and the cold, which is the higher, level of love vibration versus the lower level of love vibration. So I'm going to start off looking at the overall energy for the month of June, and we'll start off with the cold, just in seeing what Creator and Spirit feel that, to bring to your attention on something that could use more higher love vibration to have a higher experience in your life. Never any pressure, like we said. And we're going to use the wild unknown archetype to find that out. So we're going to start there. So for Cancer, all right, they do want this one right here. And you have the Flame. Beautiful, beautiful card there. And we'll just put that right here in the center-ish. And let's see what that brings in for you here. Okay, so that's going to be 51. Learning your Roman numerals. All right. So the flame is the fire, the spark, the glimmer. And in Sanskrit, the word for fire is Agni, A-G-N-I. Apologies if I mispronounced that. And the ancient yogis saw this flame at the center of the abdomen and believed it to be responsible for our vitality. And when it is lit, we're connected to our purpose and sense that life is a sacred gift. It is said that those who cannot see the sacred around them have let their inner flame go out. And think of this card as a call to reignite that fire, to cup your hands gently around those things you've forgotten and protect the flame, no matter how harshly the winds around you blow. It could be an inner archetype that begs you to light its wick. It is likely that the poet, the mystic, or the shaman would call to you with the language of the flame. Wow. And it says the archetype fire is at the beginning of all transformation, purification, and manifestation. Nearly every spiritual lineage honors the flame. I like that. And it says to enliven the connection with this archetypal energy, practice the candle gazing technique called Trataka, Trataka. And notice how lighting a single candle in any space brings magic to the room and creates a sense of reverence. I like it. Because when you're in the higher vibration of this energy, you have health, mental clarity, and good digestion. And when we're in the lower vibrational energies, which is what we were looking at, we can have excess heat and anger and feel like we're in complete darkness. To go deeper into those emotions and this energy, you can read The Light You Give Off by Rumi, and also look into Gerhard Richter's candle paintings, and that's their last name is Richter. So I like this. So let's take a look here too. We're also going to use two different tarot decks today. Normally I use one, but I split off the major arcana from the four suits of the minor arcana, and the major arcana are to help with this general here, the general reading for the month. So we'll just shuffle these up and see what else they want you to know around this flame, and then we'll take a look at the heat of what you are doing here. So let's just mix these up. Okay, that's good enough. All right, so for Cancer, what would you like them to know? All right, this is the one here. And you've got the Tower. Yeah, and here's the flame, lightning bolt coming in here. So this flame here, and I feel like there is something here that blew out your candle. The Tower, we have times in our life where things are ripped away out of our life. And when we're in our human side, in that lower vibration, we look at life as happening to us and that something happened to us. But when we step into the higher vibration, we realize that the things that are removed out of our life are actually for us to make space for what is truly more in alignment with our life and to clear our path to move forward. So I feel like what they're saying here is that what blew out the candle, what blew out the flame or made it dim, was a significant movement of something out of your life. And we'll dig in more here too to find out what's going on here, to look at the higher vibrational of this and the medicine that can help with all of this, how to raise your vibration. We're going to use the Crystal Medicine Oracle. And this, again, is what you already are like experiencing in your life. It's what you're really going after, and you're red hot, right, in doing. So let's take a look here and see for Cancer. All right, there we go. And you have freedom. So I like that card there here. We'll put that right here. Card number 12. I was going to say that. That's not the Tower. And so let's take a look here and see what energy comes in here. You have the medicine of the eagle and blue barite as the stone. So we'll talk about those real briefly here too. It says you have called this wonderful card and energy into your life as it's time to set yourself free. Life can easily create times of challenge and struggle, making us feel stuck and tied down or like dim, right? Sometimes we even feel trapped in our own minds, caught up in our own cobwebs of right and wrongs, old beliefs and conditions, as we constantly look for a path to freedom. The great news is that freedom is available to you at all times, in every moment. When you can rise above your old condition and restraints and see them from a different point of view, you will be able to set yourself free. Yep, so seeing this from a different point of view, instead of life happening to you, that life is happening for you. Are you currently feeling tied down and find it hard to escape your own thoughts and feelings? Do you make judgments upon yourself? Are you rigid in your thinking? Are you controlling and feeling that things always have to go your way? Do you put unrealistic demands on yourself? Are you taking on the opinions of others instead of looking within and being guided by your own compass? Whatever may be playing out for you, know it's time to see things differently and set yourself free. You're being invited to look at your old thoughts and beliefs to discover which ones are keeping you caught up in your own web of self-destruction. It's time to rise above your situation and look at it from a higher perspective. You will then be able to let go of the old ways of seeing and bring forth the light of freedom. It's time to soar like an eagle and let your soul fly free. Wow, I love that. And then the medicine, of course, is the eagle. And the eagle is one of the most spectacular birds in the world with over 60 known species. They are renowned for their exceptional vision, which allows them to see great distances. Regarded as a very powerful spiritual symbol by ancient tribal people of the world, the eagle invites us to look at situations from a higher state of consciousness to gain a different perspective on things. When we can shift our focus from the old ways and open to a new way of seeing things, then opportunity for change will be offered and healing will occur. This will allow us to feel a deep sense of well-being and freedom. In Native American traditions, the eagle is a symbol of freedom and connection to the spirit world or creator. Has a very regal and powerful presence radiating a majestic aura. So being in the space with the eagle or connecting to eagle energy allows you to experience its magic and power. Wow. And then this blue barite, B-A-R-I-T-E, it's connected to freedom, and it helps you to rise above challenges. It also assists you to let go of old ways of being. So there is this freedom coming in here, obviously, from this old way of thinking. Whatever felt like it had dimmed your light before, this is all about seeing it from a higher point of view, right? And transforming it. I think we get that. And then we have the Naked Heart Tarot, which is what we're going to use to clarify and get information on your hotness, on what you are burning bright with already, that you're doing so well that Spirit wants to, bring this in for you too, which this freedom is what you have been expanding upon, and you are seeing things from a higher perspective, and they're asking that you use this ability that you've developed in such a strong way to look at that situation, and it is time to transform it. So let's see what else they want you to add in here around this freedom. All right, this is the one right here, this top one. And we have the sun. Beautiful, beautiful victory card here for sure. Shining bright, it shines light on all areas, and of course it allows you to see things more clearly as the sun shines bright on it. So we're going to put the two hearts here, the two different sides, and so this is the theme for the month of June, is transforming this. It could be a situation or a few situations that dimmed your light and made it feel small, right? Next, we're going to go into the four suits of the minor arcana, which actually I am coordinating with to be four different directions, like a compass. And depending on if you're in the northern hemisphere or the southern hemisphere, I'm going to start here with south, but if you're in the southern hemisphere, south can be over here. So for either one of you, whether you're in the southern hemisphere or northern hemisphere, you can look at it and see if, because this is going to be spirit, this is going to be earth, and you can see if it resonates, or maybe you can interchange them. So totally up to you. We won't limit it. But we're starting here with south, which is fire element, and it's the suit of wands. And this is basically the spirit world, as I mentioned. So it's your spiritual energy, but it's also your focus, your attention, your ambition, your intention, and then your energy overall, where you are putting that into action. And when we look at the earth down here, we'll be looking at career and job, but this is more of the spark towards your life purpose. What is sparking you to live, okay? We are going to start off with the positive, the hot here. And so this is what Spirit wants you to know about what you are doing so well in the spirit world right now. And let's take a look here. 10 of Wands. Wow. Yeah. So you definitely, this is a harvest type of, when we're looking at it in the positive side, because there could be burden feeling in the past, but you've really learned to balance your energy. You've learned to really look at it differently and not feel like you have to focus on so many things all at the same time, because that also, can burn out your candle, right? So I like this, though, that there was so much energy that was being invested in so many things that had impacted your life, that you've made such progress and such movement over time that you are able to super focus your energy and super focus. Here you have the sun, which is fire. So, and I didn't even dawn on me. Spirit's going, yeah, the sun, the candle, the sun is a huge honking candle, right? So you definitely are able in very easy ways to relight your candle and ignite it. It's just setting yourself free from one last little burden, right? So let's take a look here. We're also going to use these, and I'm sorry, I didn't think I did. These are the Black Tarot, if I didn't mention that. And these are the Naked Heart Tarot, if I didn't mention that, in case you're interested in picking them up for yourself. All right, well, they already gave you your card here. So let's take a look here. And the 10 of Wands again. So I like this because they basically are saying that, yeah, in some cases you have really, really learned this. And I like it because they're saying this is what you can apply here. It's basically what we had said. You've learned it and you can apply it here. You just haven't yet for some reason. And let's see if we can get clarity on that. Because we also are going to pull an oracle card for each of the directions that will tell you a little bit more of the awareness or advice from Spirit. And for the fire, we're going to pull from the Cosmic Journey Oracle. So let's see if they'll tell us why you hadn't noticed or didn't want to yet expend this energy, this ability of yours to super focus onto that one last remaining thing that's been dimming your light. And you have Ancestor. Okay. So we'll take a look here. And that makes sense here, that it seems like it's something that's been passed down from generation to generation. And you've been trying to break the chain. And I understand. I'm feeling this sense of not that it's like something you do want to hold on to, but because it's so connected to family and ancestry, something that was significant that passed down, that it was such a huge hit to you, that it's almost like, well, this is the last thing. I don't want to say it's the last thing that connects me to my ancestors, but I feel like there's this it's always been this way kind of mentality that you experience from like great-grandparents, grandparents, your parents, and it's taken more bravery to stand up to break this chain, which you are the chain breaker, though. Obviously, you have the power here. So this is about history, lineage, community, family, and relationships. And your ancestors within your lineage made you, and somehow they managed to survive and thrive in order to ensure that you are here. And your ancestors make up a portion of who you are, but you get to choose which pieces you utilize. It's not fixed or predetermined. Your ancestors speak in terms of community, family, and right relationships. So pick any ancestor from your family tree to bring into a conversation. They're all watching and rooting for you. Wow. And some questions that you can possibly ask your ancestor is, do you have a message for me? What was your relationship like with your mother and father? What did you long for but never realized? What are you most proud of that not everyone knew about? And what do you wish you could pass along? And lastly, what do you still need forgiveness for? So I feel like that is what's coming in here. There's one last step, because it was connected to your family tree. That's what made it so difficult. So I see this here, and I like the power that you have to be able to overcome it and transform it. So I'm liking that. And then, of course, we're going to move to the north, which is the earth element and the suit of pentacles. And it represents the physical world. So your body, your money, your abundance, your job, your career, just that outside world and your physical actions. So let's see how you're rocking it in the physical world. How does Spirit want you to know what you are rocking in the physical world? Okay, I feel like this one right here. And you have the Heart of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles. And I like this because I felt it. I knew you're going to get the Queen, because it is Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, and something that you have mastered, which is amazing for you, Cancer signs, because you are very motherly. You're ruled by Mother Luna, so you are so much about helping everyone and giving everyone and kind of almost sacrificing yourself for everyone. So I love to see here that you have learned to put yourself more and more first. And they've given you big kudos on this for doing that, because it's huge to be able to work against that norm, the family norm and the societal norm that you are supposed to give up everything, right? And it's like, nope, you are able to be full and be a chalice that fills up and overflows, not a barrel where everyone is, sucking the life out of you. Because the greatest gift you can give the world is a healthy, full, overflowing you. So I love seeing that. And then let's take a look here and see what's possibly at a lower vibration that you can raise within the physical world, within your physical experience. I feel like it's this one right here. It's running away. Get back here. All right. And you have the Six of Spheres, the Six of Pentacles. And this is good for you here too, because the Six of Pentacles is about adjusting your awareness of giving and receiving. It's like the codependency awareness card, which it has to do with overgiving, exactly what I was talking about here. So you've made such great progress here. There's one last thing they just want you to know about that can really transform your life, and it has to do with the subconscious, the rate of love exchange that's in your subconscious. And what happens when we're younger, usually 7 years old and younger, we're developing that rate of exchange, and we're children, we don't know any better. And so what happens is that we tend to have to overgive to someone that was really important to us, and we get very little back. And so we get this, where we believe, well, I have to give 1,000 love coins in order to get 1 love coin back, right? And that impacts our school, our jobs, our any of our relationships, friends, family, romance, or whatever, where we feel we have to give so much and so little back. Now, consciously, I know here you really have gone into an abundance mindset, which is great, but you might be realizing, why doesn't all that abundance that I'm focusing so much on allowing to come in, why is it still being held back a lot? Well, what happens is when we have that out of balance, rate of giving and receiving, it seeps down into our subconscious and it keeps ruling it. And even though our conscious mind is saying, no, I want people to give to me. I want them to give me love. I'm giving love. I want them to give me love. I'm giving people things. I want to receive things. But they're not, right? Or jobs or promotions or all this stuff. Well, what's happening is down in our subconscious, our little child self, they are keeping score. They're doing little hatch marks. And they're like, nope, you're only up to, 600, love coins given. You still have to give 400 before you deserve one back. And they're in charge of the force field around our life. They're at the little, keyboard, and they're like, nope. They put up all these blocks that keep stuff from coming in. So what happens? How do you overcome that? Well, all you do is consciously bring up that rate of exchange and think about, who is it that you had to overgive to when you were younger? And when it dawns on you who it is. Parents are usually the usual suspects because they're so overwhelmed having children, trying to live and pay, have food and a place to stay and pay for everything and do everything and try to live life too. They have very little, extra to give, right? And so they are generally the ones. But it could be grandparents, it could be teachers, it could be coaches, it could be anyone. And you think about it, bring it into your consciousness, and when you identify it, you can go into that 1,000, click on it, it allows you to edit it, you zero it out to where it's just 1, you hit save and it goes down to 1 to 1, and that seeps back into your subconscious, and then the inner child self goes woohoo, and it lowers all the force fields, and then all this abundance can come in. So I like that for you. There's this wonderful giving and receiving, and you'll see this start happening almost immediately, if not immediately, with that energy exchange, because the walls fall and all the abundance that's been backing up comes flying in. So I like it. I like it. I like it. And then we're going to pull from the Earth Magic Oracle, see what else they want to add into that for you here for your physical experience. Okay, they do want that one right there. And you have iceberg submerged. So what's below the surface? So that just kind of reiterates it, right? What we were talking about, what is going on below the surface? There's so much more down there than we had realized. But let's take a look here and see what it says. So up to 90%, which is also the number they give the subconscious, which is pretty cool. We are only 10% conscious. 90% of our life is subconscious. So that's just a confirmation again. But 90% of the iceberg's body is below the surface, deeply submerged in the bosom of Grandmother Ocean. Yet Grandmother allows considerable freedom for her enormous children, permitting them to move about as dictated by the currents and their own momentum. Having broken off from a glacier or ice shelf, they float along the sea, much to the detriment of vessels that attempt to traverse their passageways. Most of us have heard stories of ill-fated ships that have had tragic encounters with these ice mountains. And although the topmost portion of an iceberg can easily be seen, there's still a massive amount of its body below the water that may be difficult to detect. And that which remains unseen can fool us and perhaps even be dangerous and damaging. So the message that comes with this says, whatever you suppress or deny and attempt to keep out of conscious awareness will show up somewhere and somehow. These are your shadow aspects, and at one time you put them out of your consciousness for good reason, yet they remain contained by shame and guilt. Sometimes these submerged aspects of yourself are projected onto others so that they may mirror those denied or suppressed parts of you, and you may even harshly judge these characteristics when they are exhibited. Now is the time to allow these elements to surface and embrace them. They may even make up some sort of self-expression, a secret dream you wish to accomplish, or even uglier aspects that are difficult to acknowledge or accept. Whatever you have submerged deep inside of you, this is your opportunity to pay attention to those things and welcome them to the family called you. Here's the family reference again. So I like this, that this is having you be able to see those things, and it's coming to the surface. So again, this really was confirmed for me. All right, and then we move here to the east, which is the element of air and the suit of swords. And swords, this is your mind world, your mental world. So it's your mind, your thoughts, your beliefs, the stories that you put to whatever you're going through. And also it could be higher education if that's something that you're needing to know about here. But let's take a look here and see what you are rocking here, Cancer signs, and see what Spirit wants you to know. Nine of Swords, insomnia, nightmares. So if you've had these in the past, you really have faced a lot of fears and a lot of managing your mental business, because you're so close here to the Ten of Swords, which is leaving behind the the mindsets and the expectations and all those things that no longer serve you. So you really have mastered this. You've really been able to, I don't know if you've been, some of you might have done dream work where you do astral traveling during your dreams, but I feel like a lot of you really have, because of your connection to water, which we'll do last, you really have this power in your dreams, and it's very much available to you. And so this is a kudos from Spirit for a lot of you that have done that. So I like that. And then let's take a look here and see what Spirit feels like you can use this power. How can you use this empowering energy around thought and belief to raise your vibration? Yeah, and you have the Seven of Swords. So the Seven of Swords, there still is a few little things, which is like what we talked about here. The Seven of Swords, whenever you have odd number swords, it just means that there's some thoughts and beliefs that are, causing blockages. And I like the Seven of Swords coming in with all this, because this is showing you what of your own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets have cheated you out of things that have, deceived you. And so there is this, thievery energy that is being removed, that you might have felt like things are stolen from you. A lot like this giving, where you're like, you don't feel like you get as much, from others, but this is the beliefs that are keeping it, restricted and keeping it back. So I like this awareness that's coming in here, and that this is what they're having you focus on. You have the 9, so you've definitely been through it, because of course 7, 8, 9, right? So it comes after it. So it does show you have the ability, and you've done it. You've overcome this with other things before. So this is like a no-brainer or a new experience for you. You know how to convert the thoughts and beliefs and mindsets, because you've done some already. All right, and then let's take a look here from the numerology guidance cards and see what else they want you to know around this thievery beliefs. And they want this here. Yeah, health. Card number 71. So you've got 7, and then 7, 1 is 8, and then 9. So you've got like this unfolding of things here. Let's see what 71 brings in here for you. So this card indicates a need to focus on your well-being and self-care. So definitely we had Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, and this just reiterates that this is about your mental health, right? Not meaning that there is, anything significantly extreme, like you're schizophrenic or anything like that. This is about you focusing on your mental health, and that there are some great things that you can do. And this is, by drawing this card, you're being encouraged to explore practices and behaviors that can enhance your physical, emotional, and mental health. Whether you explore conventional or alternative methods, it's important at this time to put your health and happiness first. We talked about that, right? You putting your happiness first. This is a time to eliminate any unhealthy habits and behaviors that are impeding your success. You can seek professional assistance if you need to, or make improvements on your own. Some of the basic necessities for optimal health are regular checkups, good nutrition, exercise, drinking plenty of water, getting a good night's sleep, right? No nightmares, detoxification, going outside in nature, engaging in relaxing activities, avoiding toxic people and environments, maintaining a positive mindset, meditation or yoga. Defining your personal limits and boundaries, doing what you love, laughing often, and spending quiet time alone. That's all. So there's a lot of different things that you can do, whatever resonates there. But in order to improve your current situation, you are being asked to adjust to and harmonize with the natural rhythm and cycles of your life, cycles that are encouraging you to work on improving your current state of health. This isn't a time to procrastinate, for you're being called to action. Call upon your spirit guides and angels, if necessary, to be shown the next step to take for the sake of your health. And the affirmation for this card is, with a healthy body and mind, I raise my energy vibration. That's exactly what we were talking about. So with a healthy body and mind, that does help raise the love vibrations coming in. So I love that message for you. And then, of course, we move into your lovely element of water, which is the West, and it is the Suit of Cups. So it is the heart world. It's all about your emotions, your love, and relationships of any kind. So we'll take a look here and see, what are you rocking in your own element? Probably get like the king or queen, because you rule over it, right? We'll take a look here. What would you like? Okay, they do want this one here. Yeah, well, you got the Movement of Cups, which is still royalty. You have the Knight of Cups. So you are able to really move emotion, which makes sense with your beautiful ability, with your water signiness, especially with the moon, and where you're very impacted by the moon's phases. But you're learned how to take that empathic ability of yours and realize that it's not a curse, right? That's just a small piece of your ability. The other piece is that you're able to push out emotion. So you can walk into a room and push out beautiful unconditional love energy, and you'll bring a room up. Now you can also be in a little, lower vibrational energy mood and come in and dampen the mood. Now you can't control people's emotions, but you can make it harder or easier for people to choose unconditional love or fear by if you are expressing unconditional love or fear. And this Knight of Cups shows that you have that ability and that movement that you've learned with all that, and that you're in pursuit of higher love, that you have been searching for that for a long time. And that's what Knights do. They quest, and by golly, you have been questing after higher love for a very long time, and that's why you are rocking it, and they just want to acknowledge that. And then we'll see here regarding your emotions, could use a bump up. Where are you having some lower vibrational energies in your cups? Okay. And here's the Queen of Cups. So the Queen of Cups, not only does she co-rule over the water with the king, but all the queens are given a second portion of water, which makes them the master of emotion. And I feel like that, so this is what they're saying, is that there's still an opportunity to really hone that gift of understanding how you can change. Not you control your emotions, you can choose your emotions, but how you're not at the whim of feeling everyone else's emotions, even though you pick them up. You can have a nice little bubble around you of gelatin where it just sticks in the wall and you can see them, but they don't go into you, that you can just experience them, but you can also be detached from them. So you just are aware and watching it, but you're not taking on the emotions like deep into you. So I love this change of energy, that there's this opportunity to raise the awareness around emotion in a very, very strong way for you. So I like it. And then lastly, the last card we're going to pull here is from the Journey of Love Oracle. This will just be your last card to see what else they want you to know around here on this. Beautiful, beautiful. It's like High Priestess energy. You're able to dive deep into your emotions. You're able to, connect to the higher realms, go beyond the veil. So I love it. Yep, and the bride offers herself. Card 43. And we'll put that right here. And let's see what comes in here for you. So there is a sacred offering taking place, an offering of the divine feminine. She is offering herself to the mystery unfolding. And this may manifest in a physical way in what a woman of great feminine wisdom is offering herself to you in friendship, love, spiritual companionship, or service in some way. This may manifest as a spiritual gift from the Divine Mother in the form of a life circumstance or situation, whether it is immediately recognized as a gift or not. To accept this offering as a bridegroom accepting his bride with love, reverence, and respect, doing that will bring good fortune. And this oracle offers you a message. Accept what is being offered now, right? Accept it. You will be able to, once you bypass this, right? Once you change your rate of receiving and giving, that old rate of exchange. And whether through challenge or an easing of the way forward, there is a gift of grace from the divine feminine reaching for you now. Allow her in and be blessed. This oracle also heralds a time of importance in relationship. You've been revealing yourself and not being afraid of who and what you are, sharing yourself in willingness to connect. Your vulnerability and beauty is acknowledged and will attract the response you need at the perfect time and in the perfect way. Every bride shall have her bridegroom. Wow, I like that. So definitely with this fire, this passion, this, shining of this brighter light, you have so much draw to you during this time that this is why they've made this important piece of giving yourself self-care. You get to love yourself. You get to transform that to where your worth changes and that rate of exchange changes, and it opens up the floodgates. So whatever this was, you're healing this ancestral bondage, and you're freeing yourself from all those limiting beliefs, and it brings in wonderful, amazing, beautiful things for you. And I am super excited for you, Cancer signs. So be sure to do the exercise of identifying who it was that you had to overgive to when you were younger, because it is going to be life-changing, and I love it. And that is the message they have for you right now for the month of June. And if you're looking for more messages of love from above, there's a couple things that you can do. First, you can give this video a little thumbs up by clicking the like button. That tells me that you're enjoying these videos, but it also tells YouTube that you are, and they'll bring more similar videos to you. The second thing that you can do is click that subscribe button, and that does give you access to the notification bell. And when you go in there, there's an option for all when you go into your settings. And if you select that, two things happen. One, you'll be notified right away when I put out new readings. And two, you're also notified when I go live on YouTube to provide free readings. Currently, I go every Wednesday through Sunday night at 7 p.m. Mountain Time. And then also, additionally, on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday mornings at 11 a.m. Mountain Time. Also, doing all this stuff, it helps spread the Zen love, and you're part of the love tsunami, because when you like or share one of my videos, comment on one of my videos, subscribe to my channel, doing those things makes the YouTube algorithm so crazy, giddy, happy, excited, wants to automatically share the videos of my channel with other people as well. So if you are inspired to do any of those things I mentioned, please know I'm ever so grateful. And these readings are general readings. If you want even more specific information and answers for your specific life, I do offer personal readings at a reasonable rate. All that information is listed in the description box of the video down below. All right, beautiful soul, as you're going throughout each and every moment of every day of your adventure, please know that every second you are unconditionally loved by the Mother and the Father of all things. And of course, I love you too. So have an amazing journey. I'm sure we'll be talking soon. In the meantime, much love to you. You hang in there and you take care.